All right, you're watching the Power Hour. I'm your host, DJ Larry Jones, and my next guest was accused of stalking one of the most famous singers in the world, and that's Chris Brown. She's here to tell her side of the story, and we're going to get to the bottom of it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Angela. Angela, how are you?
I'm good. And yourself?
I'm doing pretty good. Doing pretty good. Thank you so much for joining me on the show today. Now, you've been all over social media accused of stalking Chris Brown. I would like to hear your side of the story.
Okay. Well, first of all, he, okay. So, first of all, he's been in the game for 20 years, right? And he's got hundreds of shows. I started going to shows in like 2021, no, from 2017 to now 2024. Out of all those years, how many years is that? What, 9 years? I don't know the math, whatever. I only went to seven shows, seven events. So I don't know how that makes me a stalker, but there's a underlying like community. We call it Toxic Team Breezy. We got Team Breezy and Toxic Team Breezy. And those people have been after me for like 2 years since the Discord. Like they would block me, make fun of me, like when we would do stuff, do poetries and stuff like that. They always was like trying to make me out to be a stalker or something that I wasn't. So when I finally had my meet and greet picture, that was their time. And I had a moment where, I had that video where I was kind of drunk and upset from what happened at an event. And so they just chopped it and screwed it and edited it, make it look crazy. They that's like a 30-minute video that they chopped down to like 30 seconds. And what else happened? Yeah, they talk about like everybody he does pictures with, they talk about them. So it's really just jealousy and envy, and they all teamed up and they all like tagged him. These are the same people that when I go to events, they're recording me, they're trying to fight me. So it's all just like a underground thing to like destroy me, because I never kissed up to I guess the pseudo celebrities, the ones who have like the moms following them and the most followers, like the Team Breezy fan clubs. And because I didn't like fall in line, that's what they did to me, because all of it is
So
live.
there's no stalking going on at all.
Nah. How's that?
Okay,
How is that stalking? I mean, I go to events.
right, right. So now it was an incident where you ended up at his house. Can you talk about that?
I was never at his house. I was never at his house. The one clip, the only thing that's going around, they're saying that the open house that I think his neighbor was selling a house, I think like a year ago, 2 years ago, when I lived in Encino. I lived in Northridge. I lived in that area, the San Fernando Valley. And like I said before, I was doing like Lyft and Uber and stuff like that. So I was always around. That's my area. He doesn't stay like in like a what you would think he'll be at. Like his next door neighbor, the person who had the open house, they were a car rental company. You know what I'm saying? So he lived amongst like regular people, doctors and lawyers. It wasn't like that. So when it was an open house, I was just interested to go see. First of all, it's a multi-million-dollar house. I've never been into one. People window shop all the time. It's not a crime. And the fact that it was next to his house, it wasn't nothing that made me, oh no, I'm definitely not gonna go. I was like, shoot, I'm definitely going to go. Especially being a fan. This is an opportunity. I'm gonna go. I called the lady. She said it's open to the public. Like I did nothing wrong. Like I did nothing illegal. I didn't go then when I went up to there. I didn't go and jump his fence or do nothing crazy. So what I don't understand is why I'm getting all this slack for going to an open house, a legal open house, and going to events, concerts and
Right,
events. I don't understand.
right. Now, talk about. Now, I've heard. I haven't followed much of it. I've just only seen what I've seen on social media. There were threats made about his
That's
dancers or whatever the case is.
no. And I sent you the unedited video. Like I said, that video is
Mhm.
like 30 minutes long.
Okay.
Throughout the video, I'm talking about a lot of stuff. I had just went to an event July 5th at the Dome, and like I was humiliated. Like they treated me, not really him, but like the crowd, just the environment. And then, I was just talking. I never threatened Chris, and I never threatened his dancers. I was talking about the scenario. Like literally, it's just like this. If I said, oh, I was walking down the street, I was walking with my dog and I killed a bug, and they chopped and screwed it and said I was walking down the street and I killed a dog. That's what they did to my video. Anybody who saw my video, I got like 80,000 people who watched the video. They're all like, we're sorry. We're like, we can tell you went through something. We can tell what happened. They said the person who edited the video, they're wrong as hell, because they purposely chopped and screwed it to make it seem like I want to kill him. I want to kill that. Like, let me not even say that. Let me be careful before
Right.
that's chopped and edited.
Yeah.
But that's why I have mine recording over here. But I never said that. Like I really love Chris a lot. I really have a lot of respect for him. Like he changed my life for the better. And he really was like the only person in my life that ever gave me like encouraging words, you know, like through radios and interviews and things like that. And because of him, like my whole life has changed. Even before this, like I became a stronger person. So I would never threaten his life or his dancers or anything. I was just talking about my experience, how I was embarrassed, how, you know, his dancer, like it was a lot. It was a lot that happened that night. And I'm just upset. I'm kind of drunk. I'm kind of tipsy. You can see like I've been rubbing my eyes. You see like the raccoon eyes from mascara. Like I'm going through it. And for people to just chop and screw it and edit it just because they're jealous of me, they're mad I have a meet and greet. They feel like they control Chris and they gatekeep Chris. It's like it was just to it was like a smear slander campaign.
Yeah. Now, does this make you feel like, you know what, I'm just not going to go to any more of his concerts? I'm just going to just stay away. Do you feel like that? Do you think that'll be best?
What, sir? That's why I sent you the video. July 5th and July 6th. This is where the video come from. In that video, I'm saying I'm not going back. In July 5th, in the July 5th video, I said, if he has what I said something, if he has a lemonade stand out on my front porch, I'm not going because I'm always going through something at his events. And I proved it. He had 3 events in Atlanta. He had July 5th at the Dome. I went. July 6th at the Dome. I didn't go. And July 7th, he had a pop-up at for his oracles. Mind you, I flew to 2 pop-ups in LA just in the past year. I wouldn't go down the street. So I already proved myself. July 5th, I went. Then July 6th, it was July 5th, the same night, but like 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock in the morning. So technically July 6th. That's when I made the videos. July 6th, he had an event. I didn't go. On July 7th, I didn't go. And it was in Atlanta where I live. So I've already said that. By July 9th, I'm a stalker all online. Wow. So even the video that they chopped and screwed, I'm saying I'm not going to any more events. So I was already done. I was done. I was like, y'all win. Y'all, I'm done. So why I got to be a stalker all of a sudden? It's like retaliation.
Right. I see your point. Now, tell us about you. What is your life like on a daily basis? People get to know who you are as a person.
My life on a daily basis. Well, right now, because of all this, I didn't even go back to school this semester because like it happened in July and school was in August. I'm like, I'm not going back. So really, I go to school, but right now I just picked up like a little job I'm just doing on the side just to keep myself busy. But hopefully this all dies down. I mean, it's dying down a little bit. You know, I'm already working on changing my name. Like I'm changing everything. I'm working on scrubbing the internet. Yeah, because I don't have time for people to try me. You know, people already have when I walk into a room already, I've always already had some type of jealousy or some type of, who does she think she is type of energy. So now I'm like I don't know what they know, what they think they know. And it's unfortunate that what's out is lies. You know what I'm saying? It's lies. Right. So hopefully it's more died down by next semester, and then I'll go back to school and finish my degree and just move on with my life.
So basically, this is pretty much nothing. The case closed. There's no stalking. Everything's all good.
Yeah, I'm not a stalker. Like I've never been arrested for stalking, and I wanted to clarify, like, even that mugshot that they had got and they put like in a collage. That mugshot was like from a wrongful arrest. That's why the case was dismissed. I never got probation or anything charged with anything. It's just so unfortunate that they strung all that together. And like I said, the toxic teen breezy community, they do that to a lot of people who have meet and greets. Like there was this one girl who's a little overweight. They said that Chris offered to get her a gym membership. There was another girl who had like for some type of disability. They said that Chris gave her back her money and said she's just disabled. Like they do this. So why I went viral, I don't know. But what hurts me the most is, that he put it on his page. I've been talking to some people who said they don't think that he did it, that, other people run his page, but I don't know. I just wish he would have got to the bottom of it before doing that.
Right. Now, if he's watching this, if he's listening to this, what would you like to say to him?
He was like a hero to me, and he really saved my life. He really did. And I don't know if he's watching. I don't really have much to say, but just thank you for like all the words of wisdom over the years, getting me out of my dark place. I would always have a special place for you, encouraging me to like I've traveled the world, Paris, Canada, Jamaica. I've done things that I never thought that I would do. I'm stronger than I ever thought I would be. And, all I can just say is thank him for that. But I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I'm safe.
Right. Now, when you say, and I don't know if you want to talk about this or not, but when you say you were in a dark place, you want to talk about it, or that's something you want to?
Yeah, I'm willing to talk about it. It was mostly like 2015. I was in between like postpartum depression as well as like had a lot of stuff going on in my marriage. I was married at the time. And it was hard. It was hard. And I would just be in a dark room, like really a dark room, shades. Every time I remember, I used to be like, oh, like just groaning like all day. Like, I was so depressed. I used to think about death all the time. Like I would
Mm.
cry, I would pray to God, like I don't want to wake up. And then it was a day where he came on my TV. I think that thing was happening when he had his baby and he was breaking up with his ex-girlfriend and he was on Wendy Williams. And she was like, look at him, like, look. And I looked at him and I like saw his eyes and I like saw the sadness in his eyes or whatever. And then I just kind of like was focused on him for a little bit. And I started like looking him up and like listening to his interviews and stuff like that. And then he was saying things, what got me, the words that got to me was like, he was talking about how people don't really know what they're talking about. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you don't have to listen to people. I think he was talking in reference to Cardi B. I think at that time, that's when she was like really blowing up. And he was like, you know, how many people you think told her she wasn't going to amount to anything or be anything? And I was listening to that because that's all I heard all my life. All I heard all my life was, you know, negative things about me, negative things about my appearance, everything. I always heard just that I was nothing and never going to amount to anything. And then
So
to have
that statement resonated with you, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
And then that's when I started on a rabbit hole. And he had other videos when he talked about people who project, like they're when they say something to you, they're really projecting, they're really looking at a mirror. So he gave me words of wisdom that nobody was giving me, you know, even through the TV, through the fourth wall or what have you. And so when he said that, it just made me think like, you know what? People really don't know what they're talking about. When he was just like, you know, don't worry about what people see. And I look at him like he's a great person, like singer, dancer, football player, he does everything perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does, right? He does everything
Yeah, he
perfect.
does. Yeah.
But yet he still to this day is getting shut out and you can't do this and you can't do that. He like, you know, so that's why I just read. That's what it was. That was the frequency and the vibration. Like, you know, if he can do it with the whole world on his shoulders and he's perfect at everything and he still has people putting him down, I can do it. You know what I'm saying? I can make it. And I made it. Like, I'm so much better now. I'm so much better now than what I was in 2015. Like, I'm telling you, like, I thank God. I thank God for Chris, because I promise you, I don't think I would be here. Wow. Like, if it wasn't for those words.
Well, I want to say shout out to Chris Brown, man. He is an amazing talent, man, and you know, good music and everything. I'm glad you're not a stalker. I'm glad you're not in that headspace to where you want to harm anyone. So that's a good thing. So we can put all of that to bed. And, you know, I want to thank you for joining me on the show today and clearing all of this up.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Thank you. All right.